Hello everyone, this is Amir Mohammad Shahsawarani from AUA Framework team, and we want to introduce our AUA Framework for you in this series of videos. This series of videos devoted to AUA Framework, specially designed based on .NET 8. AUA resembles ASP.NET unique architecture, which is a ready-to-use template of ASP.NET Core, and you can use it for your backend and front end with a wide range of possibilities for yourself and your job and your business. You can check our documents here in the link document, and you can check the GitHub for IO specific documentations and source codes, as you can see here. Okay, let's back to our work. In this video, we want to uh, continue our inspection in the menus. We are going to vast application layer. Vast application layer in AUA framework consists of three sublayers, namely commands, queries, and reports. In all of these parts, we have two sublayers or two components. One of them is handler, another one is the exact part. As you can see, queries, and queries handler, commands handler, reports and reports handler. Okay, closing these, we wanna just focus on commands here. In commands, as you can see, we do have the commands used in project. In our sample that we have made for you to better understand issues, we made the accounting. As you can see, account, app user, and identity commands. For example, in identity commands, we've seen we have login, logout, and refresh tokens. You see in login commands that we have three parts. Okay, first of all, the commands. These issues in command class means input issues. We do have the output issues, which we call here responses. Okay, these are the responses of that command. And in the third part, you see login result status. This login result status refers to any sort of error and error messages. In our free version, trial version, as you can see here, these are just monolingual in English. But in our full version that is paid, you may have any sort of language you want, and we adapt the text of messages to your destination language. And as you can see here, in the logout, we do have something like this. You see commands, response, and status. In the refresh token, mostly logout just needs input. There's no output here, and we didn't need the tree part. And we do have in our handler system, as you can see, for example, here we're coming in identity, okay, and in login. See, closing refresh tokens, login command, login response, and login result status. We do have in command handler, login command handler, logout command handler, refresh token command handler. So as you can see, this is the handler for a login that we did have it in three classes. Okay, all these attributes, as you can see, audit log, we have spoken about it earlier. All these make generations for our specified and our deliberate reports, as we would come together and we will describe them all in the next videos. Okay, these are all clear, and there's no need to speak about them thoroughly. I think you will may search the codes, seeing the codes, and if there would be any issues came around, just remember that practice makes perfect. And uh, although we are at year 6, we support you fully, but please, just take some time and inspect these codes, because most of your questions are answered here, and in the documentation part that we would uh, next speak about them. As you can see, firstly, we have make a log here with audit log that, as I told you, we'll just describe it later. We have injected all the services with the need in this layer. Then we come here to validation after login. This would make our security improved. And as you see, we just inherited from this class-based command handler, and this is the constructor function. This validation helps us keeping everything safe, as I said before. There's a point here. We have just put fixed values async here after validation, but please do remember that in the system, first of all, fixed value does run, and secondly, afterwards, the validation is done. What are fixed values? For example, if you do have some cell phone numbers or phone numbers which you don't want the user put some characters, or you want user to put some characters. For example, before the phone number, you don't want the user puts plus 98 plus 1 plus everything, or 0 as a code. So you could put it here. Or maybe, for example, in some languages like Persian, like Arabic, etc., you have some similarities that you would like to be mentioned and to be obliged. You would put them all here and define them here in fixed values async. Then afterwards, after doing this, the system comes to validation. In the validation system just checks every command. For example, the password, the username, the client ID. And as you've seen before, login result status, as I told you, this part is, as you can see, the error set, and you can go there, which I've told you that would be multilingual in our full paid version. Okay, let's go to next parts. The next part is executing function, execute async. As you can see, if our fixed value and validation comes true and the system can overcome them, then the system executes the execute async function, which all the commands are run together, and our destination would be reached here. Afterwards, we just come into publish event. In publish event function, after executing, okay, which events would you like to come afterwards? You just put them here in publish event async. It means that after execution and after doing all these issues, these logins, what do we want to do? Okay, here comes and we can see what would be done next. You may ask yourself, what is writer event async? Writer makes all we want to do put in the channels. These channels are set in services, as you can see, and in our background jobs. For example, in domain handler, um, how can we say, I think, for example, domain event handler here, I found it. As you can see, like these channels, these are the newly added attributes to ASP.NET, which we can use them in order to improve our activities in the system. And for using these channels, as you can see, we are just, for example, executing this channel. This channel puts here everything we do want. In the away, for example, we can see here, this is empty. Everything you want to do will put here and will be done for yourself. Okay, I think enough for now, because we would come back to the commands again later. Okay, let's close all tabs here, closing them all. Good. So we can put them all together, and these commands, however, should be done and should be sent from somewhere in which the controllers shall do it. We will now see how controllers use these commands in order to make our work go forth. As you can see, in the Web API part, in Web API points layer, we can come here in the areas, again accounting the sample controllers, and we can see in accounting controller. Okay, as you can see here, our controllers are inherited from base API controllers, with which we can access to login command. And as you have seen the login command earlier in this video, we would have access to request dispatcher is immediate here, and we can do whatever we want to do with that command we have defined earlier. And please do remember that if our request is command, it will be sent to the command parse, and if our request is query, it would be sent to the queries part. Then we do have what here. So I think that we have done here for now. Please keep in mind that these videos are tutorials and just some introductories into our AUA framework. We have given this complex product to many businesses, many companies, and many corporations, and for each of our customers, we do have support. We are at your six, believe me, and we will make documents, and we will make some partnership and internship courses for all the developers of each of our customers, so that they can understand fully. As I can say, upon my experience up to now, all the developers have been masters and mastered, pardon, I mean mastered in these AUA Framework issues just after 1 week. Okay, I think we better finish up this video right now, and let's do other parts in some other videos so that the time, I think, would exceed, and everyone does want a break here. Bye for now.